Welcome to Mixing Around, Strino here. Today I'm going to be doing a review on my microphone. If you're a long viewer of my channel, you know I've played around with several different microphones. This is the Maono AU-PM422. Don't get it confused with the 442, which is the Oldsmobile. I really like the mic. You can see that the way they shipped it, they probably should have put it in another box. It did damage the box, but everything inside looked fine. The foam inserts, protected it well. There's some audio information in the booklet. There's a need more help card. So if you do need more help and this video doesn't help you, then obviously you can go there. I'm going to leave a description or link in the description below that's going to be the Amazon affiliate link for this. If you purchase from that Amazon affiliate link, I do get money for that, and that does go to help this channel, help some of our giveaways, some of the things that we do. And so we really appreciate you using our affiliate links when we offer them. Anytime we do a review of a tech, we're going to try to leave those in there. There's the spring arm. Some of the reviews talked about the spring arm being loose. Not my experience at all with it. But I know not everything's made equally. The USB cable, I think there was one review said that the USB cable was junk. I've not had a problem with my USB cable. I don't know if they've changed it from his review to now, or if he just got unlucky. There's the microphone. It has a push to mute. It has the gain control, and it has a headphone jack. And that was one of the things I really wanted, because when I put my mic out of the way, I want to be able to remove all those cords, the headphone, everything out of the way. That was the mount for the desk. It goes from like a half inch, well, it goes infinitesimally small to about 2¼ inches. My desk is about a ½ inch, and it worked really well clamping and securing down to my desk. It doesn't flop around. The bottom's just pure metal. So the top though has a kind of a rubber cork top, like you'd find on a coaster or something, to keep it from scratching up your desk. My desk has seen better days. I use it as a workbench, so it's kind of scratched up as it is. It didn't bother me either way, but it is nice if you do have a nice finish on your desk to have that. I attached the spring arm looking at how it all works. But if you're assembling this, just mount the mount to your desk and then attach the spring arm. You can see right there, this is not going to work. It was kind of bonehead, but I've got to try everything out when I get a new product. So anyway, just clamp that down. You can see as my head goes into frame there, I have gray hairs. That's not from assembling this mic. That's probably from my children. But yeah, I can notice a few gray hairs there sticking out. That's always nice to have. Shows my wisdom. All right. Now that I've got it attached, I can put the spring arm in. Spring arm's really heavy duty. This mic is light. Anywhere that you put that spring arm, it holds the mic up. At least that's my experience with it. I can move this around all I want to, and wherever I set it is basically where it stays. So I don't have it in frame as much as I would like to show you all the different places I can put this mic, but anyways, it works well. I actually take this apart. There is 100% no reason to do this. I have to see how everything works, especially if I'm going to review it for you guys. So I take it apart. You don't have to. There's a rubber gasket in there. If the rubber gasket ever goes bad, you could probably replace it with some sort of O-ring or some gasket material, but I'll show it here in a minute. There it is. I don't see it ever wearing out. You're not going to have a problem with that ever becoming a loose joint. Unless you take it apart and cross-thread it. Luckily, I did not. I get it back into place, and then I start to mount the microphone here in a minute. Like I said, WooPow done a review of the Blue Yeti. WooPow has a deeper voice than me. Wu-Pao also talks softer than me. I broadcast and I'm really loud. And so I use both my filters on my microphone. I think Wu-Pao just uses a pop filter on his Blue Yeti. Like I said, his voice is naturally lower than mine. So if you're looking for a microphone that's under $80, $100, both of these are great options. His Blue Yeti or this Maono 422. Both good options. They're both different in a different couple ways. Mine is just directional. His can be set either way. He can have it directional or he can have it 360. So he has a little different option there. His is bigger and heavier. I don't know if that affected his purchasing of his boom arm, but you can watch his review video of what boom arm he bought, the affiliate links for the Blue Yeti, etc. This little lightweight Maono, it holds itself up real well, and I can put it out of the way. I think it looks really good. A classic microphone. It's not heavily branded with a bunch of flair, and it just kind of sets off to the side, unassuming, and I've kind of liked that in a microphone. His Blue Yeti comes with additional software. This Maono does not. It's plug and play, and it doesn't come with any additional software. So if you'd like to adjust your EQ and stuff, I suggest watching this video by another gentleman. That's how I set it up. He's talking about a snowball mic, and really the settings he used for the snowball mic were pretty close to the ones I needed for me. And it probably had more to do with my voice difference than the microphone difference between me and the gentleman. And I'll put his link up above because I think it's really helpful. He uses the equalizer APO, and he walks you through that process. He seems to know more about audio, so I'll defer to him as far as advanced setup and doing that. He can have all the views that if I would suggest watching that video if you're planning on using equalizer APO for any microphone you buy, not just the Maono. And like I said, the Blue Yeti comes with some. Really, I get this all assembled. I like the way it holds. I think it's sturdy. It pushes out of the way good. Like I said, I've had this for over a month now, and I've really enjoyed the microphone. I was using a cheap microphone taped to a tripod on my desk, and then Wu-Pao got the Blue Yeti, and it was quite obvious that I needed to advance my audio as well. And I went and bought this from Amazon. Couldn't be happier. I'm pleased. I don't know if I'd be happier with the Blue Yeti. Part of my decision buying another mic was, we wanted some options, so we don't have to be matchy on everything. We differ on quite a lot, but I don't have any complaints with mine. I'm sure he thinks his is better, which is good because I'd hate for him to regret buying his. I use both filters. When I speak, I broadcast. So it's handy for me to have both of them on there. Wu-Pao has a lower voice. I think I may have already mentioned it. Just want to make sure I cover all my bases. But his has a lower voice. That's not the microphone. Personally, I think he has a better broadcaster radio type voice. And it doesn't matter what microphone we use. He's going to have that smooth tone where mine's a little bit stocky. But all in all, the microphone helped with sound. I don't notice any noise anomalies, any squelches. I'm not an audiophile. I don't just sit down and just make sure it's perfect. If our channel gets bigger, maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need to hire somebody to come in and set it up. This USB cable, the narrow piece, so it goes to the back of the microphone. So the pointy part goes away from the part you speak into, the part with the controls. And like I said, there was a review that talked about theirs being loose. Not the case with mine. I've pulled it out several times. And it always goes back in tight and fixes up nice. And I think it's a good USB. You can see my split cuticles there. Sorry about that. I'm not a hand model and never will be. It came with 2 Velcro looms. Wu-Pals came with 6. 2 works for me. Just remember when you loom it up, just loom it to the bottom bar and give yourself plenty of slack so that when you adjust your microphone, it doesn't tighten up or cause any problems. You don't want the cord to twist around. You can see me, I make the mistake. I think I Velcro it to both the arms, which is kind of funny because what universe would that work? And then I readjust it. But basically that's the setup. I did have to use some thread tape on the part where it mounts to the microphone. After watching Wu-Pal's video, his mount came with thread tape, and I thought that's a pretty good idea. So I've got my pointer here, right there where the black mounts to the silver. So where the mic mount mounts to the spring arm. If you put a little thread tape there, it tightens up nicely, and you can position this mic, out of way, turn it in, and really when you let go of it, it stays wherever you put it. I don't know what else you could ask for out of a spring arm. The microphone, the sound's good. Like I said, it's probably a $60 mic. I paid $84.99, but it did come with a boom arm. But you take all those features out and you just talk about the mic, that's probably $65. I think that's what Wu-Pal paid for the Blue Yeti. And so they're both comparable. Check out my video, listen to how I sound. Check out Wu-Pal's, listen to how he sounds. Like I said, just keep in mind that he has a smoother, deeper voice naturally. There is some video, I think, where we're sitting around one of our news videos where we're sitting on the couch and stuff. That is just his Yeti. Like if you look back to our subscription video that plays, if you're not subscribed, but if you the who we are video, it's done with the Blue Yeti. I think there's some echo in that, but I think some of it's just us not knowing how to place a mic in a room. Now there it is. It's really handy. I really like the microphone. I hope this review helps somebody. And yeah, they're just showing off that wherever I set it, the weight's not too much for it. The springs are strong. All in all, the quality is what I expected out of a $100 mic. You spend $100 on something, you want it to work and you want it to work well. You don't want a cheap, but you also know that it's 2021 and it's hard to find good quality stuff under $100. So far, no complaints out of the Maono. Like I said, I've used it for a month just to make sure that when I do the review, I know what I'm talking about as far as like giving it 2 thumbs up. And I do give it 2 thumbs up. I'll also give Wu-Pal's Blue Yeti 2 thumbs up. There's good and bad in anything you buy. And so, if it's bad, send it back. Let them know. I didn't have to contact customer service. So I assume that, that would be something that you could do and they would help you out. Wu-Pal's not had any complaints out of his Blue Yeti. So for the $100 mic range, this is about what you can expect. And I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'd like to have one of those $350 microphones, but for a simple YouTube channel, or if you just really want to up your game in the video game scene, or if you just want to be able to video chat and do video calls and you want great quality without spending $300, then check out the Blue Yeti or the Maono AU-PM422. Thanks for watching. Check out some more of our videos. We appreciate everybody.